In a sequence of events that seemed straight out of a Hollywood script, the world of football is in a state of ecstasy over the rumours surrounding Alexander Isak, the Swedish star of Newcastle United. At the centre of attention since 2022, when Newcastle shelled out an impressive £63 million to bring him over from Real Sociedad, Isak has established himself as one of the brightest and most influential figures on the global sporting stage. He has not only transformed the English side into one of the most competitive squads in the Premier League, but also become a key player in the historic conquest of the English League Cup and qualification for the much-coveted Champions League. With 27 goals in all competitions last season, he has captivated fans and analysts alike with his technical skill, vision of the game, and lethal instinct in front of goal. Now, in 2025, Isak's trajectory is about to take new directions, plunging him into a whirlwind of speculation about his future. What makes this story even more fascinating is that Isak recently rejected an astronomical financial offer, something few players would dare to do. Imagine receiving a contract proposal valued at £96 million, with a weekly wage of £600,000, and deciding to say no. Yes, you read that right. £600,000 per week. This was the figure offered by the Saudi giant Al Hilal, who were willing to pay even more through incredible bonuses should Isak help the club to win titles or finish as top scorer in the Saudi Pro League. Despite all this financial appeal, including additional promises of £3.6 million for winning the national championship and £1.75 million for finishing as top scorer, the forward decided to follow his heart and remain loyal to his desire to continue his journey in Europe. This decision reveals much about who Alexander Isak is off the pitch. An ambitious player driven by a passion for the sport and the ambition to build memorable legacies. But here comes another intriguing twist. While Isak's name echoes behind the European scenes, Liverpool emerges as a hot potential destination for the Swedish star. The English club, under the visionary leadership of Arne Slot, has already shown clear interest in him, although it has faced some challenges in making the deal possible. Recently, Liverpool secured the signing of Isak REJECTS, a forward from Eintracht Frankfurt, for £69 million. But that does not mean they have given up on pursuing other attacking options. In fact, according to rumours, Liverpool would be willing to offer something beyond mere cold numbers: the opportunity to compete for major international trophies and to leave his mark on football history. Furthermore, the Red squad has been strengthened with heavyweight names such as Florian Wirtz and Jeremy Frimpong and Milos Kerkez, creating a vibrant and highly competitive environment. It would be hard for any player to resist the idea of wearing the red shirt and fighting for unforgettable glories. However, Newcastle does not intend to part with their jewel so easily. Although Isak informed the club last week that he would like to explore new possibilities this summer, Newcastle remains firm in its demands. The board wants at least £100 million to release the forward, reflecting the value he represents both on and off the pitch. To complicate matters, Eddie Howe, Newcastle's manager, publicly expressed his desire to keep Isak at St James's Park. During an interview before a friendly against Arsenal, Howe emphasised how much the player is admired by his teammates and sincerely hoped he would continue his journey wearing the black and white colours. Nonetheless, the coach acknowledged that, in modern football, decisions often slip beyond the club's control, especially when the players themselves express their wishes to move on. Meanwhile, Isak continues to be absent from Newcastle's pre-season activities, dealing with a minor thigh muscle injury. His absence has generated even more speculation among supporters, fueling theories about his possible departure. Interestingly, Stan Collymore, former Liverpool striker, brought up an intriguing hypothesis. According to him, the Reds' interest in Isak is not new, but rather the result of a silent pursuit that has lasted about 12 months. For Collymore, if Isak decides to leave Newcastle, Anfield will be his next safe harbour. This forecast raises interesting questions about how far Liverpool is willing to go to secure his signature, especially considering that other major clubs, such as Arsenal and Manchester United, have also shown interest in the past. However, with Arsenal investing heavily in the signing of Victor Gyökeres and United undergoing a rebuilding phase after a disappointing 15th place finish in the Premier League, it seems unlikely these rivals will be able to outbid Liverpool's appeal at present. On the other hand, there's a curious detail in this saga: the Saudi Pro League. Al Hilal, now managed by the renowned coach Simone Inzaghi, who left Inter Milan to embark on this ambitious project, has placed a big bet on Isak because they see in him the potential to further elevate the level of Saudi football. Offering financial conditions virtually impossible to match in Europe, the Arab club aims to attract global stars to create a new sporting era in the Middle East. However, Isak, guided by his personal and professional aspirations, chose to reject the proposal. This choice reflects an uncommon mentality in times when the lure of money often outweighs sporting dreams. He preferred to prioritize projects aligned with his career goals, even if it meant giving up astronomical sums.
In this context, another fascinating dimension of this transfer emerges: the strategic role it could play for both parties involved. For Newcastle, losing Isak would represent not only a major emotional blow, but also a significant financial challenge. After investing heavily to assemble a competitive squad capable of rivaling England's traditional giants, the Swedes' departure could compromise the continuity of this ambitious project. Conversely, for Liverpool, acquiring Isak would be a clear statement of intent. They are ready to dominate again both in the Premier League and in Europe. With Arne Slot implementing a dynamic and efficient style of play, the arrival of a versatile and talented forward like Isak could be exactly what the team needs to reach new heights. Regardless of how this saga ends, one thing is certain: Alexander Isak has become a symbol of a generation of players who spare no effort to achieve their goals. Whether by staying at Newcastle to write even more glorious chapters in their shared history, or by embarking on new challenges under the Anfield lights, his decision will be closely followed by millions of fans worldwide. Every step taken on this journey is reason enough to spark the curiosity and enthusiasm of all who love football. After all, we are talking about a player whose talent transcends borders and whose choices could shape the future of the sport in the coming years. It remains to be seen what the next chapter of this passionate story will be, and whether he is truly destined to shine under the spotlight